hit the road. In today's episode, we're going to review this 2015 Honda Civic. This Civic is in the blue sporty metallic colour and in the SE Plus trim with the 1.4 litre iVTEC engine with a 6-speed manual transmission. So, let's get into it. Starting off at the front, we've got a sporty honeycomb grille and lower grille, but that's not honeycomb on this. It would be if we had the sport trim, and the same with the fog light surrounds. And this would be black if we had the sport trim instead of chrome. It's got LED daytime running lights at the bottom of these halogen headlights. That's the dip beam and main beam and side indicators and front fog with a Honda badge. Same on this side. Same on this side, it's all the same with front fog, and you've got parking sensors in the bumper to help you park in tight spaces. Now onto the driver's side of the vehicle. We have 17-inch alloy wheels on Goodyear tyres. They've got plenty of life left in them from its MOT, he said. You've got black wheel surrounds with front mud guards. This would be blue on the sport trim, but that was an option. Sadly, it doesn't have it on the SE trim, but you could get them if you really wanted to. And moving on to the wing mirrors, we've got LEDs in the wing mirrors for indicators. All electric windows. Mine aren't tinted at the moment because the SE trim doesn't come with tinted windows. Then moving on, we've got some side moulding on the doors to make the doors stand out a bit more. And then when we open the doors, we open quite widely for you to get in. Same with the back. They open up to 90 degrees, the back doors, for ease of getting in. So that's the... So moving on to the rear of the vehicle now, we have tinted glass on the rear windscreen, as well as heated. We've got LED tail lights in the sort of a C shape for Civic, the Civic badging. Just here we have a reversing camera, and then parking sensors, and lower down on the bumper we have a sporty finish with sort of diffuser sort of look, and then two fog lights. Well, one's not a fog light as such, it's a reflector, but the other side is a fog light, as well as a third brake. Now let's open the tailgate, and you'll see that there's quite a lot of space in there. That's because it's over 300 litres, and that's quite good for this sort of car. And when we fold the seats down, we get over 500 litres. Go to the other side. This is what Honda calls the magic seats, as they fold completely flat, and you have a flat loading bay as such. And in the boot we have a 12-volt socket here to plug in a refrigerator or anything really. So the boot and loading space is quite good. on this sort of car. Honda did also sell this car as a estate car with even more boot space. Now moving on to the back, let's get in to see how much leg space we have. This seat is fully back, so really you don't have a lot of leg room when the seat's fully back, which is that's quite bad, to be honest. And there's not a lot of foot room either under the seat, because to get the magic seat, what Honda had to do is put the petrol tank under the front seats. We've got an armrest here, put your arm, and 2 cup holders, and then a further cup holder and a little storage space in the door. And headroom is a bit of an issue when you want to sit back, as you hit it on the top of the roof lining, which is quite bad if you're over 6 foot. So you sort of have to slouch in this car a little bit, which isn't brilliant, but it's alright for short drives. Then moving on to the magic seats, we have the fold up like cinema seats, so you can walk all the way through if you desire. Like so, and I'll demonstrate coming back the other way. You do have to bend down a little, but it's quite good. And it's handy for carrying tall objects from floor to ceiling. Say, like a bike, for example. So let's put the seats back how they were. And now let's go on to the engine bay. So, as I said earlier, we have a 1.4 iVTEC engine, which is petrol. You could also get this Civic with a 1.6 iDTEC engine, which is a diesel, and the 1.8 petrol, which also has the VTEC. And if you're that way inclined, you could also get it as the Type R Civic, what had the 2 litre VTEC turbo in it. And before the facelift of this car, you could also get a 2.2 litre diesel engine from the previous generation of Civic, which is the Mark 8. This is the Mark 9 Civic, what we got in Europe.